Coffee brewing as the sun peeks through the haze. Birds are chirping, serenading morning's praise. The front porch creaks as dreams fade away. America's awakened to a brand new day. Old vinyl spinning a sweet old tune. Day starts dancing under a sleepy moon. Loose print smudges on fingers of grace. America's awakened at her own steady pace. Sips of sunshine in a coffee cup. Simple moments lifting spirits up. From the mountains to the sandy shore. Morning in America, want just a little more. Neighbors waving with a friendly rise. Kids with backpacks chasing daylight skies. Eyes cooling on a windowsill so fine. America's awakened with a heart full of shine. Old vinyl spinning a sweet old tune. Day starts dancing under a sleepy moon. Newsprint smudges on fingers of grace. America's awakened at her own steady pace. Sips of sunshine in a coffee cup. Simple moments lifting spirits up. From the mountains to the sandy shore. Morning in America, want just a little more. Neighbors waving with a friendly rise. Kids with backpacks chasing daylight skies. Eyes cooling on a windowsill so fine. America's awakened with a heart full of shine. Neighbors waving with a friendly rise. Kids with backpacks chasing daylight skies. Eyes cooling on a windowsill so fine. America's awakened with a heart full of shine. Tractors rumble, fields coming alive. Big wheels turning where hopes and dreams strive. Laughter echoes down the old dirt road. America's awakened to lighten her load. America's awakened to lighten her load.
Hey, there we are. Welcome, welcome. This thing, it's still. I am really gonna have to iron this thing. It is not coming through the way it's supposed to. But that's okay. That's okay. And let me get this thing working. And where you at here? There we go. Took me a minute. I restarted my computer and it was taking extra long for it to boot up. But that's okay. We got it. We got it. How are you guys all doing today? Let's see. I see we got people in here already. Some of you guys are like, "All right, Skipper." Going a little bit later this morning than what I normally do. Maybe because it's March 1st. It is March now. So when you sign your checks, make sure you remember who signs checks anymore. I've had to, though. I have had to. Let's see. We got Joan here. Good morning. Hellhound is here. Me and him have been DMing this morning. That's been fun. Bestie is here. Good morning. Bestie, you got the link. You can always join. We got Paul is here. Welcome. Who else we got here? Am I missing some? Oh, Timothy. Welcome. Good to see you. Sharon is here. Welcome. Mismatch Menace is here. Welcome. Good to see you guys. Good to see you. Some fun stuff happening this morning. I'm trying to pull up. I did prepare for the show. There's not a lot of crazy liberal stuff, even though the Ayatollah is dead. Hopefully the Iranian people now rise up and replace their government. Iran has been they've been an enemy of the United States my whole life. So hopefully we can hopefully we can not be enemies anymore. You know? Hey, Valor News, good to see you. You guys should subscribe to Valor View News. Good channel. I do enjoy his stuff. I've also been watching Rickles stuff. What is his Rickles 64? Been catching more of his stuff. Yeah, the algorithm is finally putting some of these people in front of me that weren't. You're a bad influence on my dog. Yeah, it's finally been putting me in front of, or these people in front of me. I did want to show you this. This just made me laugh. She got pregnant by a dwarf stripper, and then her husband found out when the baby was born. I love this. I love everything about this.
Sorry, I'm not interested in being friends with midgets. Midgets piss me off.
That's pretty loud. Let me turn that one down. Oh, see, right off the bat, Skipper brings the stories that are just gonna make us laugh. Rickles' second channel is amazing. I only know of one. I don't know if it's the second channel or not. But, and here's the thing, when people send me stuff and they're like, hey, follow me, I'll blindly just follow you. I will. Right, Hellhound. There's been some fun stuff. If you like stories of big feats and other type of satire. Oh yeah. Go subscribe to Voss. There are people out there who say that Bigfoot's not real, and those are called liars. And ladies, don't sleep with a dwarf stripper. And if you do, use protection. I got some longer videos than normal today. This one I haven't watched the full thing. I watched parts of it, and it's this is I grabbed this because just because you're louder and more aggressive does not make you right. Okay, let's watch this one.
You just passed a lady going fucking 0 miles an hour.
You're gonna provide your driver's license.
Fuck you, bitch. Get your superior.
Okay. You need to identify your.
Do you think yelling "F you, bitch" at a cop is gonna make you at all correct? When do we put boots on the ground in Iran? I hope we never put boots on the ground. I am perfectly fine with a bombing campaign. Perfectly fine. I hope we never put boots on the ground in Iran. Unless if it's a new government that takes hold that says, "Hey, open up. We'd like some U.S. military bases," and it's done at the invite. So that's what I hope.
Yourself with a driver's
My
license.
name is fucking Sam fucking Perone.
What is your birthday?
E.
What is your birthday?
What's your birthday?
You don't need my birthday. What is your
Fuck
birthday?
you. You don't
I
need
need to
to know my
identify
shit.
you.
What did you pull me over for?
I
Why did
already
you stop?
told you.
Why did you stop, you little punk ass bitch? Why did you stop?
This guy's just mad that he got pulled over. What do you think of the government and military requirements regarding Boy Scouts? I don't know of any requirements regarding the Boy Scouts, and my son is a Boy Scout. He's actually just got approved for his Eagle Scout. I do know, unless if the policy's changed, being an Eagle Scout gets, if you enlist, you get a automatic promotion to E2. Good morning, Dawn. Oh, you guys are talking about Sue Beaumont. Yeah, she made a post about me today, and these are the people who say I've got no content. Like, but yet I'm on their mind. So, do you think the Latola was dispatched? Oh, the Ayatollah? Oh yeah, he's dead. He's dead without a doubt. Without like, I think they knew exactly where he was the whole time.
Because I
Park
saw
there!
you stop,
Park
you
there!
exited, and you
Then
threw
why
your
didn't you
hands up
stop
at me.
then?
I was
Why
waiting
didn't
for you
you
to pass
fucking
by so
stop
I could
then?
conduct a
This guy needs to calm the fuck down. He knows he's wrong, and that's why he's sticking out his chest and he's making it. And I had this happen to me before with people. A lot of times in the military, a lot of guys want to stick out their chest and talk, act like this. And it's like I used to just like be like, okay, dude, you're wrong though. Like that's why I laugh about people, especially when they complain about Trump. They're like, Trump's a bad leader. Trump's not a bad leader. Um, he he's a certain type of leader, and I dealt with a lot of leaders like Trump. Um, but he's not necessarily a bad leader. He's got some very good leadership qualities and can be an effective leader. My son is an Eagle as well. They were saying they want woke out. I mean, I can see that. The scouts has changed quite a bit. Sue calling me a PDF file is ignorant. I, she can say all that she wants. Doesn't mean it's true. It just shows that she's exactly. And this is what I say. Some people on the what the hell side are exactly like Lynette, and I'm sorry, I won't be a part of those people. If that means Jeremy and Coop won't talk to me, I don't care. I don't care. I don't want to be like those people. I don't want to be like Sue. I don't want to be like Kathy. Uh, I don't want to be like Allison. Like, I don't want to be anything like those people. I am not a pawn for Pam to use. Juanita Howard's. So, yeah, they can call me a pedophile all they want. All they're doing is showing that they're exactly like John and Lynette. Trump got the sack to do what others only talk. Yeah, that's true. And that's part of the reason he's effective. He's decisive. He is loyal. He is um, uh, effective, useful. I'm trying to think what else. Like he does have some leadership qualities. Does he have all the leadership qualities? No, I'd say he's definitely short on tact and bearing, and that's okay. Um, I'm not. I don't have all of the leadership qualities like solidly in my thing, so that's perfectly. People will say I'm not tactful. Guilty. Okay, guilty. That's okay. I don't have to be tactful. Um, I can still be an effective leader, and I was an effective leader. Um, and, but like doing this, what this guy's doing, and just escalating everything, doesn't like he's very emotional, and people who are emotional do not make effective decisions. Uh,
traffic stop.
You're fucking scared, you little bitch. That's why.
Sir, I need your driver's
Fuck
license.
your
please.
mother. Go get your goddamn superior.
He's on his way. I
Fuck
already
your mother,
explained this to
bitch.
you.
Get out of my
Can I have
face.
your
Here's the thing: you do have to provide your driver's license. If you've been pulled over for a lawful reason, you do have to, and the cop has told him the lawful reason. You do have to provide your license.
driver's license?
Fuck your mother, bitch. Get
Your
out of my
insurance,
face.
registration, and your driver's
Fuck
license,
you.
please.
Shut up. There it is. There's my fucking. No,
That's it.
fuck you. I ain't
I don't
handing
know
you
who you-
shit. Fuck you. I ain't handing you shit.
Sir, do you have insurance?
I ain't handing you shit.
Do you have insurance?
Back the fuck up.
I'm not backing up.
Back the fuck up off me.
Do you have insurance?
Yeah.
Can I see it, please?
No, not until you fucking get a superior.
He's on his way.
You ain't doing shit. I want to.
Can we talk about this cop having so much patience? I'm very critical of the police, but this one's one of the good ones. Like he's doing such a good job, and yeah, he needs to be commended for this stop.
Lawyer
If you
for
want to
say
speed
another
this
fucking
process
thing.
up,
to
I
you.
need to see your insurance.
Shut your fucking pig mouth.
I need to see
All right,
your insurance,
bitch, get
please.
back.
I'm not getting back. I need to see your insurance, please.
Fuck you.
Turning his back to him. What a
Fuck
bitch
you.
Were you
move.
failing to provide
Fuck
your
you.
insurance?
You're failing to fucking follow the.
This dude is a bitch. I don't care how much time he spends in the gym. He is a bitch. China is next. The poison they have imported here needs to be answered for. Um, China's um, China's a different animal. Uh, and we could hurt China through different ways. One of those ways is by just pouring as much US money into surrounding countries as possible. Like all these people who want to forgive China, China is an enemy. China is an enemy, but a lot of these people want us to go after Russia and who want us to, do all these other things. Like they're perfectly fine with China. They're like, well, they're a trading partner. China is, and then they act fearful and they'll be like, well, they hold our debt. I really don't care if they hold our debt or not. China is a problem, but we have to deal with China differently. I don't think bombing China will solve anything. I don't. But getting in good with their partners who can do just as much as what China does, like Vietnam and Thailand and Indonesia. Like we should be pouring investments into them. No, he's not on steroids. This is an emotional reaction. This guy is a man child. I wouldn't be surprised if this guy was raised by a single mom. Just because he's trying to show how manly he is when he's just not taking care of the stuff he should be.
Law, sir, this is illegal. This is fucking illegal what you're fucking doing. You back the fuck up. You back the fuck up.
Let's say this guy's right and what he's doing is illegal. The way he's challenging it is not correct. Just be calm. Say it's illegal. You can challenge the cop verbally and let them do whatever and just take it up in court.
I ain't backing the fuck up. I ain't backing the fuck up. You back the fucking grab that shit, motherfucker.
I am not grabbing it.
You little fucking punk. Little fucking punk. Fuck.
He's the little punk.
You.
Back up.
Fuck off of me. Get your fucking hands off me.
I need to know you in here.
No, you're not gonna fucking arrest me.
Sir, back up. Back up.
You back the fuck up.
Back up.
You back the fuck up. Get your fucking hand
Stop.
off me.
You cannot touch me. Stop.
You should not reach for it.
Stop. Step back. Put your hands up.
So I'm not going to go into the full thing of that. But that's why I wanted to watch it is because of the cop. Oh, this one. Okay. Hold on. I got one more for you guys. Well, I got a couple for you guys. Hey, Cinder. Good to see you here. Mama Coop. Good to see you. All right. So this I am showing because there is so much BS with this right here. This is BS, like what they're doing. It's a beach hack, okay? This is stupid. What do you think this beach hack is? Okay, he's putting Elmer's glue. What do you think this beach hack is? What do you think this one is? Putting sand on a toilet seat cover. Okay, this means they had to buy the toilet seat cover. They had to and bring it. They had to buy the Elmer's glue and bring it. Okay. 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 So you had to bring all these things. Now he's digging a hole. What do you think he's making? What do you think this is a hack for?
Now, we want a little ledge all around it.
Ledge. What do you guys think this is? What do you think this beach hack is? Elmer's glue, right? Right. Well, here's the thing. They chose Elmer's glue because it's cheap and easy, and what they're building is very cheap. But what do you think they're building? I'm going to go get more coffee,
So,
and I'll let you guys watch this.
This is not building a toilet. That's not what this is. Take this right here. Normal t-shirt. We're going to go down. We want to put it down into the hole. Just like that.
Wow.
a bag of ice. Let me grab a couple things. Just gonna take my wallet. Cell phone. So the most important part. Now we're gonna take this. We're gonna come right over here.
So they made a
Right
cooler
on top.
that
And then-
probably cost more than buying an igloo. Like you could buy one of those little Eskimo coolers, or as my friends from Australia called it, an Esky. Yeah, you can get one of those styrofoam Eskimo coolers for what? $4 at literally any gas station. But these guys spent like, okay, they needed the Visqueen. I guarantee you that's $2 or $3. They needed the Elmer's glue. That's $2. They needed the toilet seat cover. That's probably at least $14. Maybe you could get it on sale for 10. Like, this is not a hack. It is not a hack at all. So that's why I saw this one and I was like, oh, this is funny. This is funny. So yeah, I wanted to watch that one. Oh yeah. There's a lot of people who just say wrong shit every day. Isn't it funny?
I'm just gonna go right through. Again, if they try to illegally detain me or something, it'll all be on video. They can't touch you. They can't put their hands on you. They can't detain. Some of them try to, but they can't.
This guy is completely wrong. This guy is 100% wrong. When you join Costco, okay? Costco is not a public it's not a public place. It is a private group, okay? Now when you join a private group, they can restrict certain things and rights of yours because it's a privilege to be a part of that group. You don't have to be a member of the group. They can throw you out. But this guy illegally detained us. Woman grabs our cart and takes it while inside, presuming we stole. So here's the thing. In any store, even public ones, there's a thing called shopkeeper's privilege. You can be, if you are suspected of stealing, you can be detained until authorities get there. They have the shopkeeper's privilege of that.
Can't detain you. You don't have to show your receipt.
Yes, you do. You do have to show your receipt.
I think everybody got the, like, I don't know if everybody got that or what, but.
Yeah, you at Costco. Now the question is, do you have to at Walmart? Walmart is not a private is not a private club. So Walmart, you technically don't have to show your receipt. However, and there are a lot of people, you don't have to show your, they can trespass you, which means you can never come back into that store again. So yeah, technically you don't have to show your license, but they can also say, yeah, you can't come back in here. So it's up to you.
Yeah, most people got like a couple $100, I think, for the grocery rebate. Again, let's see they got security and stuff out there, so.
Georgie, don't you like how I got kicked out of their thing? But yet they all want my attention. I kicked out of the Discord, but they all want my attention.
Oh, it's okay. It's okay. No, I'm not gonna show. I actually talked to management about it. There's a.
Yeah. I need to talk to management.
Well, you can go ahead. Wait, don't talk to my cart though.
It's not your cart. It's Costco's.
Are you detaining? Are you saying I'm stealing? Is that what you're saying?
No, I'm saying I need to see your receipt.
Then get up. Are you detained?
Yes, they can detain you at Costco. You can be detained at Costco without a question.
You guys detaining me then? Are you guys illegal? So you're not gonna let me go? So you're illegally detaining me. That's what you're. Okay. She's stepping in front of the cart. She's not letting me move the cart. She's not letting me call the. She's
What Costco is doing here is completely legal. Completely legal.
actually taking my cart inside. Don't touch
Who's Jen? I don't know who you're talking about.
my cart. Don't touch my cart.
Duty manager, immediately to the exit, please.
Well, she's actually trying to detain us. This is what I'm talking about. Look at that. She actually pushed our cart back inside. She has no right to touch our cart.
She does have the right to touch your cart. She does have the right to touch your cart. She does have the right to detain you.
So you're accusing us of stealing, right? Do you think we didn't pay for this? That is. You know.
It's not what she said. She said you need to show your receipt, and at Costco, you absolutely do.
You know you're illegally detaining me, right? She's illegally detaining me. I'm not comfortable showing my receipt. I'm not gonna. You can call the police if you think I stole this. If you think me and my mom stole this, no, feel free to call the. I don't have to show it. You don't have to. You don't have.
As she keeps saying, if you read the contract, you do. You do. So all these people who say, "Oh, you don't have to do this," you should make sure that you're correct. And Costco, they can require you. That's up to you, Mama Coop. I wasn't welcome in the Discord, so that's up to you.
He's at the wrong.
How mad? Like this guy. This is at a hotel. This is at a hotel. Like if a cop is coming to put his handcuffs on you, yeah. Okay. Yeah, and you're backing away and fighting, you're already wrong. You are gonna get yourself a resisting charge.
Bro, I'm a citizen. Bro, I understand.
He needs to hide on. He's gonna stick on the bro.
Dude already broke the door. He already broke the door.
Hide on. That's some shit right there.
Stop. All right. Stop. All right. Force is used. All right.
Yeah, that was always gonna happen. You kick a door, you break private property. That was always gonna happen. Always. Receipts are very important now in more ways than one. Yeah. I'm sure I'm going to be called a PDF file by people's fans now. Even more of them than just Sue. That's okay. I'm fine.
Basically, Dad, we're going to tell you things that one of us have done.
Me and my brothers have done this. We didn't record this this way, but we did this with our parents
In the past that are like things that you don't know about. And
This is starting off
and
bad.
you have to guess which one
Don't
of us.
look.
And you have to guess. Dad, don't look.
I'm not. Look, I can't even see. I don't have my glasses on.
You have to guess which one of us have done these things. Okay.
So bad for this.
Oh
Dad.
yeah, okay. This will be easy.
But the condition is you can't get mad.
Of course,
Okay.
that's always the condition.
Who slashed their
Well, Mismatch Menace, it depends on where you're at. It depends on where you're at. If you are at Walmart technically you don't need to show it, but if you're at Costco, you 100% have to show it. Like it's part of their contract, and they then they can end your membership, still keep your money, and keep you away from the store and ban you from the store. Walmart can only say, well, if you don't give us the receipt, you're banned. That's the only thing they can do.
Teacher's tires in high school.
Oh, Sam.
Who stole $5 from dad's dresser once a week for a year?
Sadie.
Who asked the homeless man? Okay.
Oh, yeah, okay. This will be easy.
But the condition is you can't get mad.
Of course.
Okay.
That's always the condition.
Who slashed their teacher's tires in high school?
Oh, Sam.
Women love slashing tires. Like it's this big thing. Like like tires are probably one of the easiest things to replace. Yeah, it's going to cost money, but it's just it's so easy to replace. Like most guys won't slash a tire. They'll do other stuff.
Who stole $5 from dad's dresser once a week for a year?
Sadie.
Who asked the home?
Stealing $5 once a week from a dresser. I would have found somewhere else to keep my money. That's not the one I'm talking about. That's not the one I was kicked from. And it's not like I did anything. So, you know. And as you see with Sue out there calling me a pedophile, yeah, there's a lot of people on the what the hell side I want no association with. And I will not make any apologies for calling those people pieces of shit. Juanita Howards, aka Pam Carson, is the first one. But
Who asked the homeless man outside of a liquor store to get them alcohol, but the homeless man said only if you kiss me.
Oh my God.
this is this dad's nightmare, and I don't blame him. I think it's this girl. She seems like the sneakier of the two.
Alcohol, but the homeless man said only if you kiss me.
Oh my God.
And their friends made them kiss him for a pack of White Claws.
You kissed one of you kissed a homeless man for a 6-pack of White Claw. There's no
fucking White Claw too. Talk about the worst. You guys leave Jen alone. Leave Jen alone. She's following the rules.
Wait, this is bullshit, right?
Just guess.
Come on, man. You wouldn't have done that.
Just guess.
Please tell me my daughters didn't do that shit.
Jake.
Oh my God, I can't. My system's going off.
Who would do it?
I'm going to assume that it's not.
I wouldn't know, Jen. I was thrown out of Discords. And I didn't even notice it. Like, because I don't really go into Discords. I had people come and tell me, like, why were you thrown out of the Discord? And I was like, was I? And I went and I looked. And yeah, I was kicked out of the Discord. Which is fine. People have a right to run their Discords. But also, don't think you're going to be buddy-buddy to me afterwards. You show me your true colors, I'll believe you. And that's just the way it's going to be. Well, if she's doing that, Georgie, just let her dig her own grave. And I know you, Georgie. I know you got receipts.
Not true, but if there was anyone that would do it. Oh, I don't even want to say either of you would do that. I can't do this, Pat.
Just do it. We know you're going to say me.
It's just, no, I wouldn't want to.
He's coming to the realization that he raised at least one whore.
say you either. I don't
You
want
think
any
it
of my
was me?
daughters. That's so wrong.
All right, go.
Right, Hellhound? Yeah. Well, I mean, we've already started the day off with one what the hell's person calling me a pedophile based on absolutely nothing. But yet they don't understand why I wouldn't want to be a part of their toxic behaviors. Well, if Jen has mods blocked, she better unblock them, is all I can say. Because that is an offense that will get her blocked. So it's 8:48. If she has any mods blocked, we'll give 5 minutes to correct that. Fair?
I can't. Can't you go to the next one? I'm going to split it. Both of you would do it.
But who do you actually think did it?
I don't know that it could be true, and if it is, it's going to be a big problem. I'm telling you right now that this is a whole other side.
Then it's easy, Jen. Just do a screenshot showing that they're not blocked and send it to the mods or myself. Easy. Right, Georgie?
Actually think did it?
I don't know that it could be true, and if it is, it's going to be a big problem. I'm telling you right now that this is a whole other sidebar conversation.
We'll pick.
Okay, I'm going to have to go with Sam.
Okay. Who needed money to get their nails done in high school, but dad wouldn't give it to them, so they belittled a man who paid people to belittle him for $60?
I have no problem with that. If one of my kids was like, hey, this dude paid me online to do this stuff, I'd be like, as long as it's not like feet pics or shit like that, I'd be like, okay, that's fair. Okay.
They belittled the man who belittled them?
Who like to be belittled.
What, that
Like
wasn't
a man DM'd them and said, will you
Belittle
me for $60? Like to dominate them.
Oh my God! This is getting so uncomfortable. Oh Jesus!
You have to use that
There's
word.
no way this happened. This is some kind of idea that you found with your little friends.
Let's go.
Oh, Sadie, I can't. This is so painful.
What the fuck?
Oh, now you got to drop an F-bomb? Where'd you park your Peterbilt?
You did.
Oh my God, it's so wrong.
Oh,
this is so. I don't even like joking about this.
Who did edibles before a school play and threw up in the middle of the auditorium?
Oh, that's Sadie. I could see you doing that. I heard there was.
Edibles at a school play.
I don't even like joking about this.
Who did edibles before a school play and threw up in the middle of the auditorium?
Oh, that's Sadie. I could see you doing that. I heard there was a little edible story in your history.
What the hell?
Yep, when I wasn't, you know the story.
The drama that's going on in the chat, just both sides, just take screenshots. There you go. And then we have receipts. Take screenshots as proof.
When that, I heard there was a little edible story in your history.
What the hell?
Yep, when I wasn't, you know the story.
Who told you that?
Oh, the whole gang was talking.
Who? Not me.
Nope. Let's just be.
I feel bad for that dad. He just realized, oh my God, one of my girls is on the wrong path. Oh. Okay. I'm looking at some of the stats here. Okay. Pretty good stuff. Oh, I didn't pull up. I need to pull that up. I need to pull up my live. I do want to talk about Jeremy Hales putting out proof out there that the judge Bolitho has been removed, and people were saying no, he hasn't. Yes, he has. No, he hasn't. Fine. Which way? But yeah, the judge Bolitho. If let's say Jeremy's wrong and he hasn't been removed, he's gonna be removed. Like it's a Florida law, and the federal court. Now, if it were actually an interstate case, then it would Yeah, if it were an interstate case involving crimes that really did happen out of the state, but they've already acknowledged that no, everything here has happened for the most part in Florida. Then Florida law wouldn't apply, but I don't expect the judge to make that argument because again, if they don't disqualify, it's going to give Jeremy just more things to appeal on. And the thing is, the moment you can say, "Hey, this judge is showing bias," and the judge invoked another case, that's an incredibly strong thing to appeal on. Yeah, Judge Bolitho made a very, very big mistake on his own doing that. Very big mistake. So I believe that the judge has been removed. Um, is you know is Jeremy wrong? Even if he is, it's not going to be a big thing. Oh man. um, but yeah, I yeah, with the whole thing with Jeremy Hales, like all the people are like he's lying. Maybe I don't think he's lying. I think I think the judge has been dismissed from the case or disqualified from the case. If he hasn't, it's just a matter of time and we're just arguing semantics. And I really don't care about arguing semantics or, arguing a lot of the bullshit stuff that everyone keeps wanting to argue. Not for me. Not for me. I'm just going to, say, yeah, the judge is removed, rightfully so. If not, he's going to be removed. And if they don't remove him, oh, Jeremy's got such a good appeal. And the thing is, appeals judges who get appealed do not look good. Like when the an appeal is upheld, it does not look good. It makes them, uh, yeah, it makes them look very, very bad. Uh, what else? Thing with Iran. I mean, everyone's like, "Ooh, we're at war." Uh, I don't care about bombing campaigns. I really don't care. I think they're effective. I don't think they violate the War Powers Act. I don't believe that it's requires a declaration of war. And to give you an example, I think we don't do bombing campaigns enough. And the example I'll give is Rwanda. We could have bombed Rwanda with one bomb, and taken out a radio tower, a public radio tower that for regular FM radio. Bomb that tower, taken it out, and the Rwandan genocide would not have happened. All the coordination. I did a case study on this while I was in the military. All of the coordination happened via civilian radio transmissions. Had they bombed that tower, one bomb, no one died. Uh, Thousands of lives would have been spared. So yeah, we need to bomb more. Hey, Sea Girl, welcome, welcome. And that's yeah. So all these people wanting or claiming that we don't have a declaration of war, we don't need it for a bombing campaign. We don't. Um, and we should be doing bombing. I have no problem with us saying, "Hey, we're going to have air superiority over Iran." I have no problem with us bombing Iranian ships blocking the Strait of Hormuz. None whatsoever. That's and there were people trying to say it was violation of someone tried saying that bombing them during Ramadan was a violation of international law. It's like, no, that is not a violation of international law. Not at all. And anyone saying that is full of shit. Oh, it's snowing again? I heard the Iranian civilians are destroying their own mosques. Take that as you will. They might be. I have not seen that. I do watch. There are several social media, like Elon Musk has made Starlink free, so that Iranians can, which I think is an amazing thing, so that they can connect to the internet. Um, yeah, amazing thing. And yeah, doing so is, I think, going to help free the Iranian people, which is what I ultimately want. But yeah, if they are bombing mosques, tearing down mosques, don't know. We'll see. Huh. I got people sending me DMs on TikTok, and it's blowing up my phone. I don't know what I did on TikTok, but I exploded. My TikTok exploded. I went from, I was stuck at like the low 400s not even a week ago. I'm at like 637 right now. And like, yeah, I've got a bunch of messages, bunch of likes. People did say it was consistency of posting, and I've been posting memes there. I use my snowblower for light snow. I haven't used a snowblower in years. Even when I have gone back to my family's and it snowed, I have helped shoveling snow. We've just used a shovel. Now back the house I grew up in, we were on a cul-de-sac and we were on the corner and we had a lot of sidewalks and a pretty big driveway. So yeah, we needed a snowblower for that. Iranians are marching through LA right now. I will not be anywhere close. Oh yeah, Georgie was sending me TikToks. I was watching them. I was watching them. There's some things about TikTok about sending things back and forth I don't like that I think they need to work on. Oh God. A friend of mine who's on X who always sends me the most unhinged shit just sent me something. Hmm. Okay, she sent me a veteran thing. I'll watch it when I'm done. Dragon breath on the snow. Uh, oh, extender for Wi-Fi. Yeah, I've got one of those. I need to put mine up though. Excuse me. Some of my friends are in the Middle East right now, but they're thankfully it looks like they're in Egypt at the moment. Uh, what do you think about LMOP telling people that Travis is grooming children? Well, that's the whole point. Just like Sue Beaumont out there calling me a pedophile this morning. It's the same exact shit. And like I've said many times, there are mentally ill people on both sides. Um, but I am not going to stand for the people on either side who are doing shit like that. Well, okay, Georgie, there's certain people in Iran who will chant death to America. They understand that they are under an oppressive regime, and they do have to keep up appearances. Um, but uh, I think a lot of those people today, if we can replace their government, I think they will absolutely change the way they think about things. What amazes me is how people internationally don't understand that this is occurring. And I had a friend from Ireland several years back wanted me to take a trip to Iran. I was like, I can't go. And she was like, why not? And I'm like, I'm an American. She's like, so? I'm like, I can't, like, they are our enemies. They hate us. Uh, Like, and she was like, what? And I was like, yeah, in 1979, they invaded our embassy and took our people hostage. And she looked it up. She was like, I've never heard about this. I'm like, yeah. It was before that Ben Affleck movie came out. Um, and then this week, one of my friends in the UK had texted me about, the bombing and everything, and was like, why is the US doing this? I'm like, they're doing this because Iran is like, has been paying, like, literally controls groups. Like, when you hear Hezbollah, Hezbollah is Iran. It is not an independent group. It is Iranian. It's an Iranian controlled group. I'm like, for the last 20 some years, they've been attacking Lebanon, Syria, Israel. That's who Iran is. I go, and they're trying to get ICBMs. I go, and if you think they get ICBMs, if you don't think they're gonna, attack Europe, you're out of your mind. Do they have um do they have you know some relations with European groups? Yeah, but you got to remember these people were sponsoring. um they didn't do the Lockerbie Scotland one, but they did back the Black September movement, and they were the ones who took, in the Munich Olympics, took the Israeli, um uh the Israeli wrestling team hostage. They don't care about doing stuff in other countries. What was the famous one? The one that Ed's buddy was a, prisoner on. It was a TWA flight. I'm looking it up. I always have to look up the, TWA flight 847. Okay. That was conducted. The group was, it was, I believe it was a Hezbollah backed group. Um, Yeah, leading it was Hezbollah specialist Magnus Randstrup of the University of St. Andrews credits leading Hezbollah members Hassan Izzi al-Din, later involved with the Kuwait Airways Flight 422 hijacking in 1988, and Mohammed Ali Hamadi, whose brother was one of the commanders of the Hezbollah special security apparatus, with assisting Hezbollah operatives in the supervision and planning of the incident itself. So Hezbollah is Iran. Okay. And this was a TWA flight, from Cairo, stopping over in Egypt, Italy, and then going to Boston, on to LA, and then San Diego. And Iran, this was in 1985. And they made the movie Delta Force about it. That was Iran. Like, this is what they do. They don't care. They didn't care about Greece. That's actually where they hijacked the plane. It's on the docket. Yeah, it is on the docket. We don't have the decision completely. So there could be a little bit of a question, Sharon. Now, if he deals with Cuba, Cuba's getting aggressive because with the whole thing with Venezuela, their oil was turned off. Will Trump take out sleeper cells here in America? I think he will. Yeah, I think he will. Um, Here's the thing. Are the question about sleeper cells is how good are they? You know, if they talk too much, they're no longer a sleeper cell. That's the whole thing about it. Sleeper cells. They're that they go quiet, like someone asleep. But to activate them, someone has to set an alarm. That's why you won't find Skipper in any major cities here anytime soon. But yeah, it amazes me the people that don't know that Iran, and don't tell me I'm saying it wrong because I don't care what you're saying. Iran Iran is Hezbollah, and Hezbollah for my whole life has backed terrorism. Uh, and that brings me Delta Force. The first part of Delta Force is it's like the first part of the movie Independence Day. The first half of the movie, great movie. Great movie. Second half of the movie is complete shit. Independence Day, the movie's great until the aliens attack. And then from that point on, I'll tell you the moment that it goes from a good movie to a bad movie is when Will Smith punches the alien and says, "Welcome to Earth." Everything after that is complete shit. I'm back. That was so stupid. And then if you watch Delta Force, first half of the movie, it's a recreation of TWA flight A47. You know, they take all the passports, they make the German. Well, actually, I think she was Austrian, but they make the Austrian flight attendant pick out the Jewish names so they can segregate the male Jewish people to be beaten and tortured and taken hostage, like for longer. To be used against Israel. And you know, it's a very dramatic scene. It's got good actors. There's George Kennedy in it, Joey Bishop, what was his name? Martin Balsam. Shirley, what was her name? Shirley hold on here. Lee Marvin's in it. Bo Svensson. Shelley Winters. Yep. Who else? Who am I missing here? A lot of great actors. And it's like that first half of the movie, especially that scene, it's Oscar worthy. Like Oscar worthy. It's so intense. But then the second half of the movie is Chuck Norris on a dirt bike that has grenade launchers and missiles on it. Like completely total bullshit. But that's how the 80s was. Like someone set off, they're like, I want to make a movie about TWA 847, and someone was like, this will be good, but you know what we need? We need something to rally America. People have to feel good, and we need a name to pull people in. So let's grab Chuck Norris. He said Hinkle will be answering the motions, not that he'll be removed. Hinkle has to answer motion. I don't need you scratching me. I love calling for a third term for Trump. It pisses off so many liberals. The thing is, it's not realistic. What they should worry about is Trump stepping down after the midterms. Because if Trump says, you know what, I accomplished everything in 2 years, I don't need 4, I'm just going to resign, let JD Vance take it over, then you could potentially get 10 years of JD Vance. No, I'm not mad. It will happen. Blitho does want rep of sanctions judge. He will rep like grudge judge. Here's the thing, like the judge Bolitho made a couple, he should have pressed for those sanctions against Bruce. So then he could say, hey, no, this was handled fairly. He didn't, even when the bankruptcy was stayed. And then he invoked the other case in his ruling, which that shows that a perception of bias. And I've said this and people get so mad, but it's true. Perception is reality sometimes, especially when it comes to things like impartiality, and I learned that in the military. In the military, we always say that. Remember the movie Megaforce? Basically the same motorcycle I did. I didn't see that movie. Oh, Mama Palmer's here. I'm sorry. Oh, yeah, you did post. I'm sorry. I didn't say good morning to you. Welcome, welcome. Oh God. What is this? Oh wow. Okay. So Max Lab is only 300 hours of watch time away from being monetized. And he posts all of the documents. Everyone go and just turn on his playlist and just let his playlist play. So that way he gets his watch hours because he puts these out there for everyone. I know other people are like, I put them out there for, yeah, but Max Lab's been doing it for so long. For so long. Other people are just copying what he's done. So, yeah. And you're seeing a lot of that. A lot of people who just copy what other people are doing here in this what the hell space. And that's a big reason I've moved kind of in my own area. Um, and that's, people are like, huh, people don't want to work with you. They don't have to work with me. But there are some people I don't want to work with. And that's okay too. I'm doing my own thing. I did this show for 6 years, well, 5 years before What the Hell's ever got any of my attention, and I'll do it for years after this case is long gone. Hey, Bradley, good to see you. And that's I laugh because all the people were like, Jeremy controls you, and now people are like, Jeremy doesn't want anything to do with you. Okay, well, if he doesn't, oh well. Skipper does what Skipper does. Has nothing to do with Jeremy. What the hell is this? Okay. I hate Snapchat's notification system. I absolutely hate it. They always make you think there's something like big there, and there's never anything there. Anything else big? I am very thankful about the Iranian war. I am thankful for it. Why? Because it got Nancy Guthrie the hell um, off of my TV, my news feeds. Like, I did not give a shit. Like, at first, I cared, but then after a certain point, they just kept reporting shit that I was like, this is nothing. Yeah, we're all paid by Jeremy. If you guys aren't, two people you should watch today: Valor View News and also Max Lab 35. Watch both of them. In fact, I'm gonna put on in my background right now. I'm gonna put on Max Lab's playlist. And what I do, what Tugs has said to do: turn it on, but turn it to the slowest speed, so then he gets even more hours of watch time. So yeah, playback speed, turn that all the way down, and then there we go. There we go. So everyone do that so that Max gets it's like 300 hours. It's nothing. If he were to get 30 people on a long enough stream, he'll get that. He'll get that. This case takes a toll on your mental health. Only if you allow it. If you start getting emotionally invested, some make it their entire personality and doesn't even know the facts and base. Yeah. Oh, that's 100% correct. And and that was true of Jeremy for a while. But I can tell there was a point where I started seeing a shift, and I was like, good for him. Good for him. JH never said that. He said he listens to you in the morning. Yeah, yes. But there are just people who say that. And here's the thing. If Jeremy watches, thank you. If he stops watching, hey, thank you for when you did watch. If he says I don't want to plug you anymore, okay, thank you for the plugs that you did give me. You know, he doesn't owe me anything. I don't owe him anything. And that's the beauty of a relationship like that. There are people out there who legitimately think me and this channel owe them something, and they are delusional. There are people that have helped me. I've helped other people. Yep, Megan, Tug, and Shizzy. Yeah, they're just, and that's how I stumbled upon this. I went and I just started laughing about the insanity that Lynette was posting, and that's exactly what that was. It was complete and total insanity. Shorts can help, especially with. I've been doing a lot more shorts, and yeah, I've seen my subscribers. I just crossed 6,500 after kind of like I would get up there and then go down and get up there and go down. And I knew what the problem was. The problem was my watch time. And there were things I wanted to do. And I was like, you know what? My subs are holding steady. I'm going to focus on this other stuff. And then after I get that stuff done, so I started focusing on my watch time again. And part of that has been to do a lot of shorts, and that's boosted my watch time. And yeah, then all of a sudden I started getting more subs, started getting more views, started, more money, all that stuff. But people are like, people are very hyper focused on YouTube, and they're like, your views are down on YouTube. I've been getting record number of views on X. Like right now, I can tell you I've got a good chunk of people watching me on X. I've had people this whole show watching on Rumble, like more so than normally. Looks like they fell off of Rumble, but that's okay. But people, they don't understand. Like when I'm doing things, they're only looking at one piece of the pie. You got to look at the big picture. And that's what I was always looking at, was the big picture. Shorts don't give you credit for watch hours. They don't, but they do boost your click-through rate. And your click-through rate, you want to maintain that. You want to get 5%. The goal is 4% or over. And mine had dipped down to it was like low 3. I'm at like 3.9 for my lives now. But for my other stuff, it's well over 5. So my total click-through rate is up. And yeah, that's really, it's click-through rate is really watch time is what that is. It's not a view. It's how long do people watch? How much are they clicking through your video, essentially? And a lot of the stuff I've done has been to help that. So yeah, but I've been focusing on other platforms and stuff through doing that, and I'm very happy with the way things are going. Very happy. And Valor, I would recommend that because you're doing this, just watch a couple of the videos. Go into the YouTube studio. They give you videos, and they're like, "Here's things to improve your channel." Those are incredibly helpful videos, and they're very tailored right to yourself type of thing. And yeah, the other thing is I've had money held up for copyright stuff here lately, but it was all legitimate copyright, things that were legit I could legitimately use. I didn't care about that money getting held up because I knew YouTube's going to have to give it to me eventually, and I just kept saying, nope, dispute this. Here's the reasons for my dispute, stuff like that. And if you go into the YouTube studio, you can buy licenses. I can play this song. I love this song. It's a Conway Twitty song. I paid $2 for the license several months ago. I can use that as much as I want. Me playing that, I can play the whole song and just dance to it. And people are like, "You're going to get a copyright." Will it? Yes. But all I do is just go in the dispute and say, "I have a license." And then a day later, they're like, "Oh, yep, you do. Here you go. Here's all the money." Because that's just because someone puts a copyright strike on you doesn't mean that you lost all that money. It goes um, kind of into escrow is the best way to put it. It goes into an escrow account, waiting for you. You get a chance. You get so many days to dispute it, and if you don't, it goes back to YouTube. If you do dispute it, it stays in that escrow account until the dispute is resolved. And I have not lost a copyright strike in months. Now, when I did that stream where I was playing music, they did say to me, "Hey, you can't monetize this," but I was already not monetized, and they did take it down. Initially, I said, "No, you can't take it down." Uh, I'm disputing that because I wasn't trying to get any money. And they like here in the U.S., they put it back up. In some, and there's a list of countries that it's like it can't be put up in these. It's like, what do I care that it's not up in Tonga or Gambia? Like, I don't care if the video is not up in those places. I care that it's up in the US and the UK. There you go. That's where my views come from. And it's up in those in Canada. And it's up that video is up in there. Those it was not monetized. So YouTube can't take any money away from it because there was no money to give. No worries, Dawn. I appreciate you being here and thank you so much. Yep, it is first of the month. My brother is his birthday is coming up, so I ordered his birthday present today. I'm not going to talk about it just in case if one of my nieces is watching the show. So he'll get his birthday present on his birthday. And then my dad's is coming up. I already know what I'm getting my dad too. Yeah, this whole AI thing is ridiculous. th- you know, it's going to take a bunch of these social media platforms together figuring it out, to be honest. And it's going to take a long time. It's probably going to take about 2 years, maybe longer, maybe shorter. But it's going to be one of Rumble or Locals or Kick or Twitch is going to say, "You know what? We want to pay top dollar for AI content." And they're going to try to pull on all the AI people. And then when that happens, all of a sudden, YouTube's going to be like, "Oh, we're losing people. We're losing viewers. We need to pay more money." And that's what's going to happen. Pinch and a punch for the first month. Not looking forward to next month. Why? Oh, I thought you said Kinley will be there in 15. She'll be 15 in 2 days. Oh, well, happy birthday to Kinley. That's maybe you and I are just spoiled with our teenagers because I don't see either of our teenagers as a problem. Everyone was like, "Whoa, wait till they get to teen." Mine's in his bedroom playing video games. Like, and we had another discussion. He was like, "Hey, Dad, I want to do this." I was like, "Okay, show me what your grades are at right now." And all A's and one B. I'm like, "Of course you can do that." Right? Right, Hellhound? I think I might do a video today. I think we're gonna go to a place here in California, specifically because it's a place that's in GTA, and we were talking about it'd be cool to see it. Our teens are chill. That is true. I found out there's an actress I might be related to. Do you guys ever watch the Orville? So here, I'll pull this up. These people making Bigfoot videos have got to be sponsored or have deep pockets. So if you watch the Orville, this is Adrian Palicki. Um, and she's from my hometown. I don't know her, never met her. We didn't go to the same schools or anything. But I do know some Palickis from Toledo, Ohio, which is where I'm from. In fact, one was one of my teachers. But I found out her dad is an Arthur. So, um, I come from a group of Arthurs that when they immigrated from Northern Ireland, they came to Ohio and stayed in Northern Ohio for the most part. A couple of them did leave, myself included, but for the most part, they all stayed. And yeah, so she's probably like a second or third cousin. I have not found any link to her yet, but she comes from the same area, uh, father with the same last name as me. So yeah, um, yeah, could be a cousin. Um, does not look like any of my family though, but that doesn't mean anything. The only Orville I know of was a little green duck, which was a puppet. No, this was the movie or the TV show with Seth MacFarlane. She was also in the GI Joe movies, and oh, what else was she in? Oh, Agents of Shield. Any relation to Chester Arthur? You know what's interesting about that Valor News? I went very far back with the Arthurs. I started looking at my genealogy, and things that we were told for many years turned out not to be true. I was told we were Welsh. I have not found any Welsh. However, uh, I descend from James Arthur. Okay, I literally have four Ralphs that I descend from, but the one was grandson of James Arthur, and he came from Antrim County, Northern Ireland, and immigrated, came through New York, but settled one of the early settlers in Ohio, 1821, and helped build this town. Like him and his sons, their names are on the plaque for the Lutheran church built there. I believe it was Lutheran, and helped build this town, right? And the family stayed in that area until essentially my great grandfather, and then they started kind of moving out. And but we all kind of what gets confusing is the same family names are used over and over. Like there were literally four Ralphs. There's like three Roberts, two or three Johns, two Jameses, um, and there's Arthur's in Middleborough, and James Arthur is a singer. Yeah. So, and here's the thing about Chester Allen Arthur. Um, his dad, which I believe was William, which is a very common family name, immigrated to the U.S. in 1823. So about the same time that James Arthur immigrated. And he came from County Tyrone, Northern Ireland. So literally like neighboring counties. So the chances of, and I was always told he was an uncle, but most likely he was a cousin. Um, so very high likelihood. I will say this: I've been able to track the German and French because on the other side of the family, I've been able to track them all the way back to the early 1700s. Um, primarily because they came from various places of Germany and what was the not the Prussian Empire, the name before it began with a B. But they came from, you know, those kingdoms. And another side of the family directly comes from the towns of Lorraine, Alsace, which are in France. But it's a German town in France because it's one of those towns that, like World War I, World War II, just kept 100 years war would go back and forth between being controlled by Germany and being controlled by France. But it's got a very significant German speaking population, German uh, cultural thing, even though it's currently a French town. So I have a lot of family from there. Middlesbrough is 26 miles from me. My family are from County Tyrone. I mean, you might be able to help me, like where I can go for the Germans. Everything, all the records were kept in the church. So that's why it's been very easy to find them. I also have like a lot of my family is from Ireland. I've discovered my great grandmother. Her last name was McCann. Um, they came from. She was one generation removed from coming from Ireland. A lot of my family all immigrated in the 1800s. Several. Uh, here's what's. I've got a Kesey that I descend from. So, uh, Gator Boy might be a distant cousin. But this Kesey, Robert Kesey, who I descend from, he lived in Virginia, fought in the Revolutionary War, and then was one of the first original settlers in New Bedford, Pennsylvania. And his cabin no longer exists, but there is a plaque for his cabin as one of the first uh, structures in the area. But that side of the family, I've been able to trace way back. And I do have a couple members on my paternal grandmother's side who came from Scotland. So I do have some Scottish. Patrolled in County Tyrone while serving in the military. Yep. So it's been very interesting. My aunt traced us back to a Robert Fuller, who was a doctor in the Plymouth settlement. That's pretty cool. I believe my mother. So my mother was adopted by my grandfather, and she has all the genealogy records on my biological grandfather's side, but he was Dutch. That's the one string I haven't pulled yet. I will. I will. I was more interested in my adoptive grandfather's his family, which is French, but I don't share any biology with them. But they were French Canadians who came to the U.S. surprisingly late, like in the 1900s. Only part of my ancestry I know is on my dad's side. It's all Native Americans. Yeah. There's a lot of women, a lot of white women in America who are very jealous of you. There's nothing. So many white women wish they were Native Americans with all the shit they do. You can get birth, marriage, and death certificates from local councils. Yeah, I would imagine. I thought about because going that far back, there's probably church records. We'll see. I haven't strongly pulled the string on it, but one day, me and Thomas are talking about taking a trip to Ireland. Mom said I'm Navajo, Dad said I'm Cherokee. How much Cherokee? That's what you need to look at. Is it enough to join the tribe? Officially join the tribe. Get some of that casino money. The only problem with that is the tribe gets to choose its own membership rules. so they can vote people out and say, hey, yeah, I know you're 1/16th, but now you got to be 1/8. My family founded a town in Alabama. What town is that? Navajo and Cherokee Indians were enemies? Yeah, that's true. Wouldn't get them from church records to be logging into the National Archives. That makes sense. It just with the German and French, like all the records that I found, and there was marriage records show quite a bit, but there was marriage and baptismal records, and I would like to go when we do take a trip to Europe, because my son wants to go to Normandy, uh, and I want to go to more southern France, but we might go to Alsace and if we Lorraine, Alsace, and if we do, there's family members buried in the cemetery. And I've seen the graves, so I might go look at those. I think that would be cool. I also want to see they on display is the skull of Mary Magdalene in France. Everyone's like, I want to go to Paris. I could give a shit about Paris. I would go to the Louvre and Versailles. Like I would go to that. Other than that, I want nothing to do with Paris. What was I learned something the other day. What was it? Um, um, it was a painting of the painting Sunday afternoon on the island of La Grande Jatte. And it's this one here. If it ever wants to come up. I want there we go. There we go. This painting, I'm sure you guys are all very, very familiar with it. But this painting, now this was painted of a French park. Okay. Here's what's hilarious about this that I never knew. Okay. Do you guys realize this is a scandalous painting? My church is St. Mary Magdalene. I would go to Paris for the food. Oh, there's great French food all over. So yeah, this is an island in Paris. But this was when this 1884 is when this was painted. This was a very popular place for men to go pick up prostitutes. And when you know that, like now things that don't make sense in this painting make sense. Like here's a woman fishing. Women weren't really known for fishing, and there's a couple of them here. Also, this woman is escorting this guy, and she's got, a rather big dump truck, if you know what I mean, and she's got a pet monkey. Lots of women out here hanging out by themselves. Yeah, this was a scandalous scandalous painting. It's now in Chicago, and that's why it was in the movie Ferris Bueller. But that is also why it makes sense. And there's a companion painting to it that was taken from a bank, or taken. It was painted of. Oh yeah, here's the other one. So this is the companion painting, and this one is like that other one. This is the island that other one was painted on. This is on the other side of the bank, and notice how it's again. This one's primarily men calling over to the other island where the women were, and so yeah, that's pretty funny thing that I learned. See, I get very curious about certain things. Baby got back, right? And now you know why. Probably a hooker. My dad's side also has a former Grand Dragon. I'm not proud of that part of my ancestry. I mean, you can't change it. You can only learn about it and learn from it. One thing I laughed about mine is I had known about, I do know a little bit about the Dutch side of my family. Like I said, I haven't gone into detail, but I do know we had, they were Quakers who uh, moved to Pennsylvania, earliest settlers. I do know that. I do know that we had people who fought in the Revolutionary War. My mom could tell you their names. But we also had people that fought in the Civil War. And as like every part of my family, with the exception of that one man, Robert Kesey, all settled initially in the North, settled in non-slave owning areas, did not own slaves, and I even have people who fought in the Civil War and Revolutionary Wars. Robert Kesey is the only one. He was in Culpeper, Virginia, for a short time. That's where he enlisted in the Revolutionary War on the side of the United States, and then he went north after the war. So that could be the only possible connection to anything slavery, but chances are it's very doubtful because he and immigrated to Virginia and then almost immediately joined up with the Revolutionary War based on the records I've seen. So the chances to own slave, not much. So my family did not benefit from slavery. In fact, um, the opposite. We fought against it. But apparently, I'm racist and need to pay reparations, even though my family has uh, what do I want to say? Given much to fight slavery in this country. Mine hail from the last king of of Ireland, King Niall, who was descendant from the Vikings. Yeah, it's pretty interesting to go. Do you see that they just found a few years back? They were by chance excavating part of a church, and they found Queen Magda, who was King Alfred II's daughter, and she was married to Otto the First of the Holy Roman Emperor, and they she was in a lead coffin that had her name on it. So they were like, okay, this could be her, which her burial had been lost for hundreds of years, and they did DNA testing, or not DNA testing, but they studied when they opened her coffin. They had people study her teeth, and it was consistent with a diet of locals of Wessex, which is where she grew up. So they didn't need to do any invasive, no DNA or anything like that. They were just like, "Yep, this is her," and yeah, very interesting. My mom's side was the owners of Bull Durham Tobacco, so there's a chance they had holdings. That's pretty cool. Smartphones have autocorrect. Here's one thing I'll say. YouTube's autocorrect, especially when you're trying to send super chats on a phone, sucks. It sucks. It changes things like while you're typing it. Like I understand if like I was hitting predictive text or something, but no, it like in the middle of a word, it's like, oh, you mean this word? It's like, no, I don't mean that word, and I didn't tell you to change it. So yeah, I totally get that. Uh, but I laugh at a lot of things, and I get interested. Like I was watching a guy's video. He has a video of a tomb in Egypt, which was like a local governor's tomb, like a political official, but not like a high ranking, not like the pharaoh, but like a regional administrator, right? And he believes that the tomb is the earliest known depiction of uh, Abraham of the Bible. And he makes a pretty good thing. He's like, this he was received as a dignitary, and which he wasn't a high level dignitary, which is why he wouldn't show up on any of the pharaoh's stuff. But for someone who was a local government official, being being visited for trade by a dignitary from another area would be a big deal. And they were depicted with textiles. So where Abraham came from was he was one of the Akhenaten, which was the early, like, they weren't Babylonians yet, but they were from the area of Babylon, and they were known for textiles. Joseph and his many colored coats, that's where that came from. So they were dressed very ornately, and they're depicted that way in the hieroglyphs. And the name he is given is like the exalted one on high. And there's an Egyptian word for it, and that's what they put. But the name Abraham is not what he was called at the time of Abraham. It's a Hebrew translation of his name, and Abraham. It was initially pronounced Abraham, but he was spoke a different language. Hebrew wasn't there yet, but his name in Hebrew means father of many or exalted father. So it's a translation of the name, like how Miguel and Michael are the same, like same thing. And so this guy, he was breaking down, and he was like, everything, the timeline, everything else shows that, like, it points that this guy is Abraham, and probably the earliest depiction of him outside of the Bible. His name was originally Avram, which means high father. Ram, meaning father, is Ram, and Ha is high. This doesn't say. The guy does a pretty good breakdown of his name. They spoke Aramaic. No, this was way before Aramaic. Aramaic was spoken at the time of Jesus. This would have been like 2,000 years before. The country Durham area is linked to the royal family via the late Queen Mother's paternal side, Bowes Lyons. Right? Yeah, the autocorrect is horrible. Yeah, this was before Aramaic. Akkadian is what it was. Yeah. It was his native tongue, as he originated from Ur in Mesopotamia. Upon migrating to Canaan, he likely adopted Canaanite dialects, which were closely related to Northwestern Semitic languages that later evolved into Hebrew. Yeah, what Aramaic is a Semitic language. And that's, people don't, I know, because of what was the movie, The Passion of the Christ. I know a lot of people know that Jesus spoke Aramaic, and that would have likely been the language that he spoke every day. But people also don't realize that he also spoke Greek. And the Romans, while they had Latin, they also spoke Greek. Greek was, the Hellenistic language. And a lot of people spoke that because it was the language of trade, because Alexander had obviously left Macedonia and conquered much of the Mediterranean and all the way into Persia. So it became the language of trade. Where all, like, if I were coming from Egypt and you were coming from Persia, we would not have spoken the same language except for Greek. We could have spoke Greek, and a lot of people forget that. And that's where, like, a lot of people are like, well, the Bible was translated several different times. No, it was not. The writing of the Old Testament was solely done in Hebrew, solely done in Hebrew, and still to this day, for Jews, is only done in Hebrew. Now, does Hebrew give you different meanings? Yes, a lot of words can mean multiple things, but people have said, well, it's because it wasn't lost. It was not a lost in translation thing. Now, for the New Testament, that was written in Hebrew, Greek, and I believe there was one other. But again, still languages that we still are taught and read today, and there was no lost in translation. It's literally like we have the early texts and they translate them today. Um, like they're still in Greek from back then. They're still in Aramaic from back then. And going from Aramaic to English and Greek to English, not a lot is going to be lost in translation. And a lot of things that people are trying to say are false have actually been things like I love that there are atheists out there that'll try to say that Jesus wasn't real. It's like, okay, well, do you believe that Nero was real? Yeah, yeah, of course he was. Well, Josephus, who was tasked by Nero to write the history of the Jewish people, specifically mentioned Jesus many times. So why would he write about a fictional character in his own lifetime? That's a lot of these people are they just there's a lot of confirmation bias that they try to do. A lot of my mom's family came from Prussia in the mid 1800s. However, we are not exact origin because Prussia was a large territory divided into several countries. That's kind of what happened. Like a lot of the records I have are from Germany for people on uh, my maternal great grandmother's side. They all come from Germany, but I do have a copy. I do have proof. Some of them, when they immigrated, they left out of Slovenia, and I forget it wasn't the Bohemian Kingdom then, and this would have been 1887. There was another name where it was a kingdom loosely part of. I don't even think it was the Holy Roman Empire was still around then. But it wasn't the Prussians, but it was, one of those kingdoms that they immigrated through. I don't know if they lived there, if they just left the country then, but that's the records that I have. Sitting Bull is linked to your dad's side. That's cool. I don't have any Native American in me. Reality could have spoken any language since he had the Holy Spirit. True, true. But I mean, we're just talking. Yeah, New Testament was Hebrew. That was the one I was thinking. Hebrew, Greek, and Aramaic. Oh wait, no. I was Aramaic written. Oh wait, yeah, it was. Yeah, it was. Yeah, so it would have been those three, and we still have, um, from like there are copies, uh, still written in that from the third and fourth century that we have. So why would you think they would translate from Greek to Hebrew or Aramaic to Greek? Like, no, they just translated. They didn't. There was no translation. They just copied, and we have those. And we also have multiple sources from different areas. A lot of the stuff that we have on the New Testament was found in Egypt because things like the book of Enoch and, you know, we have translations. Literally, a bunch of them come from a trash bin, a trash pile that was found in Egypt, and still in their original things. And when you compare them, and they are exactly the same and exactly match up. It's like, yeah, this was not, there was no lost in translation at all. The A lot of the Egyptians just took all the writings, and I've heard people be like, well, the Bible's wrong because we have the Gnostic Gospel. We've always had the Gnostic Gospels. They just were never put into the Bible because they don't have any religious significance. Yeah, there's stories and accounts of biblical people, but they're not important to anybody's faith. So it's, and a lot of the things that we get, like that we hold culturally, like the three wise men, okay? The names that we have for, they're nowhere in the Bible. We get those from the Gnostic Gospels. We do teach them. It was never a lost thing, but we hold it culturally. Just we don't hold it religiously. Um, so it's things like that that we, I was there's a really good series on Amazon called Jesus of the Apocrypha. And Apocrypha means hidden. And that's what the Gnostic Gospels are. They're just, yeah, we're not putting these in the Bible because they're not important. Um, like literally, there's a gospel of Mary Magdalene that talks about her going into France. The New Testament wasn't translated in line, but you right. Translations into multiple languages separately only strengthens its authenticity, especially when you can compare them. You guys know that we actually have graffiti that was depicting Jesus from 70 AD. So literally, if Jesus died in 33 AD, this is someone who could have seen Jesus, could have also seen this graffiti. That's how close we are. Books weren't removed. The Dead Sea Scrolls were a library. Well, it actually doesn't come from the Dead Sea Scrolls. The Dead Sea Scrolls, okay, are only Old Testament. The New Testament was not in the Dead Sea Scrolls, but it was found in Egypt, and there are things from Syria and Turkey because those were very big areas of early Christian uh, evangelism. But yeah, the Dead Sea Scrolls, when they found, they're they're the Old Testament, and they've been able to compare them to, and they're actually finding more because there's Dead Sea Scrolls that are so rolled tightly that if they unrolled them, they would destroy them. So they're having technology go through, and they're now able to start reading them and comparing text, and it's the same. Which again only emphasizes it was never lost in translation. It's always been the same. So I go down the rabbit hole on that stuff. I really enjoy it. I like the archaeology of it. Cinder is actually Vane. I thought Vane was the last name. I thought Cinder was a nickname. But yeah, I go down the rabbit hole on this stuff. I've got a coworker, um, and we talk a lot about this stuff. Oh, okay. I got someone sending me stuff about an event. I'm going to a Wounded Warrior Project event. Some of these dummies. Uh, Yeah, the Book of Enoch, and that's a good example. The Book of Enoch is an Old Testament book, but they do have, and there's 3 books to the Book of Enoch. Um, there's Enoch 1, which is it's in every Bible. Second Enoch is not included in every Bible. And there's even a third Enoch that's almost never claimed in any Bible. But yeah, in the Dead Sea Scrolls, they do have, I know they definitely have second Enoch. Whether they have third, I don't know. What are we? Yeah, this morning, Chris was live with his Bible study. We have cut off China's oil supply. Well, yeah. And there are people who are like, this is all about the petrodollar. Yeah, sure, fair. But it also, like, as I was saying earlier, Iran has been attacking people for decades. I just saw that you sent me it. I haven't watched it yet. I'll watch it when I get off, unless if you tell me it's something I have to watch while we're on here. Cat, if you jump up here to scratch me, I am going to kick your ass. See, he's all like rubbing up on my foot, trying to love on me. But if he jumps up here, he's just going to like try to dig his claws into me. And he was doing this to my son the other day. When is your Florida trip? Are you planning on visiting TT? Georgie's. I'm sorry. I was having a discussion. Well, Brett sent me some stuff on another cruise. I don't know if I can make that one. I do have to respond to him because I was making baguettes yesterday. I do have to respond to him. I haven't done that yet. But yeah, we want to do another cruise. He wants to go in December. And the only problem with that is that's a lot of time for me because I normally take off in December for the holidays. That's a lot of time for me to be away from the office. Maybe I'm not going to say no yet. I just got to look at some stuff and figure some stuff out. I'm all for doing a Alaskan cruise. See with this cat? I'm all for doing an Alaskan cruise and doing that in the summer. But I think this cat is hungry. I'm going to have to get going, guys. I appreciate you guys all being here. I thank you. Anything you guys need before I leave? Kitty. Now he's sitting on my lap and now he's digging his claws into me. He's lucky I got jeans on. He was doing the shit like on my leg earlier. All right, guys, I'm going to get going. Thank you so much for being here. And as always, thank you for being worth serving.
Coffee brewing as the sun peeks through the haze. Birds are chirping, serenading morning's praise. Front porch creaks as dreams fade away. America's awakened to a brand new day. Old vinyl spinning a sweet old tune. Day starts dancing under a sleeping moon. Goose print smudges on fingers of grace. America's awakened at her own steady pace. Sips of sunshine in a coffee cup. Simple moments lifting spirits up. From the mountains to the sandy shore. Morning in America, want just a little more. Neighbors waving with a friendly rise. Kids with backpacks backpacks chasing daylight skies. Eyes cooling on a windowsill so fine. America's awaking with a heart full of shine. Old vinyl spinning a sweet old tune. Day starts dancing under a sleepy moon. Newsprint smudges on fingers of grace. America's awaking at her own steady pace. Sips of sunshine in a coffee cup. Simple moments lifting spirits up. From the mountains to the sandy shore. Morning in America, wanting just a little more. Neighbors waving with a friendly rise. Kids with backpacks chasing daylight skies. Eyes cooling on a windowsill so fine. America's awaking with a heart full of shine. Neighbors waving with a friendly rise. Kids with backpacks chasing daylight skies. Eyes cooling on a windowsill so fine. America's awaking with a heart full of shine. Tractors rumble, fields coming alive. Big wheels turning where hopes and dreams strive. Laughter echoes down the old dirt road. America's awaking to lighten her load. America's awaking